It's major pain, baby. Know I'm talking about. Alright, let me get serious. It's Cooper. I come through and show 'em how to do it. This shit live. Boy, you the truth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my ongoing series, Let's Plat Strider. I am forever your host, Michael, aka Major Pain, and I have you enjoy these videos while I ramble on about nonsense or very geeky things. So let's get started. Today I want to talk about a new game that was just announced, brand new IP by 2K, or Gearbox Studios, publisher is 2K, and that is Battleborn. Watched the trailer this morning, and I must say, I at first it was like, all right, a new IP, and then it got to the end, and then it was like, or is this just another version of Borderlands? The cinematics were very Borderlandish. The character models very Borderlandish. It was very tough to tell that it was a different game than Borderlands. But after reading a little bit more about Battleborn, it looks like it has the same general idea as Borderlands, but it is different. It looks like they're trying to get more onto the PvP side of things, as it's being labeled as an arena shooter. And if you remember in Borderlands, I believe Borderlands 2 has it, but I don't really recall seeing it anywhere. There was like a one-on-one, a 1v1 arena part to the game. You could go into this arena and duke it out with other people. But this one looks like it's gonna try and be a little bit more heavier on the PvP aspect. So much that it wasn't really clear that it was going to have a single-player campaign until I read the article or read a little bit more information into it, and when it stated that it was going to be an arena shooter with a single-player or co-op campaign to it. So after reading a little bit more into to Battleborn, it looks like it's going to be a first-person shooter slash RPG slash MOBA. So if you haven't seen, or if you don't know what a MOBA is, League of Legends, Dota 2, Deep Silver's making one with their Dead Island, IP or franchise, however you want to mention that. Blizzard's making one with Heroes of the Storm. MOBA is becoming a lot more popular. I mean, for the longest time, League of Legends where it was, I believe, the first one, and then there might have been, I believe a team from a specific company broke off to do League of Legends, and another team broke off to do Dota 2 or Dota. So I think they were kind of together, but I think League of Legends was first. League of Legends is a lot more, I would say, is a lot more popular. But Dota 2, all these Heroes of the Storm, they're all MOBAs, and it's crazy to see how quiet they were in their own little corner. You know, they had their huge following, and they just sat there and they were, their own game. Nobody touched it. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, "Hey, we got to start making MOBAs. MOBAs are really huge in esports. I mean, let's start doing it." So, I mean, now we're getting all these different versions of MOBAs. I kind of feel overwhelmed, but I like the idea of Battleborn, because Battleborn is going to be extremely unique in the MOBA setting, as it's first-person shooter RPG mixed in with the MOBA scene. And if I was to play a MOBA, I really enjoyed playing League of Legends. I think the idea of the game is awesome. It's pretty sweet to just farm creeps and take on bosses with your teams to get gold, and then you in turn purchase items and like weapons, gear, trinkets, and potions and stuff like that, and then you go out and you start ganking the opposing team. So what it kind of does is it meshes in single player with multiplayer. So I really love the idea of a MOBA. I like the idea of the MOBA. What I hate about MOBAs is the community. The community are such D-bags. They're so rude to other people, and I know it's the spirit of multiplayer, which is kind of sad how it's come to that. But I've played the Last of Us multiplayer like religiously. I've played Call of Duty religiously. I've played Battlefield. I've played a lot of shooter multiplayers, and hardly ever do you get that much, hate between players on your team when playing those games. I have no idea what makes MOBAs that much more aggressive, have an aggressive user base. I mean, it's just so. Anyways, before I even that's not even the topic I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to get on Battleborn. I mean, Battleborn is. After watching the video this morning, I was very confused on what Battleborn was, but now that I've read a little bit more into it, I am super excited to play it and to get my hands on. I'm really interested. I'm definitely gonna follow this this game. But I've always enjoyed Gearbox games. I will follow Borderlands to the death. I mean, I'm gonna buy the pre-sequel. I don't play my PlayStation 3 anymore, but maybe I'm assuming the pre-sequel will get me to play my PlayStation 3 again. But I definitely should be playing PlayStation 3 a lot more because I still have a lot of games on PlayStation 3 that I just haven't beaten yet, and it's getting further and further down my backlog because of the PS4 games that are coming out that I want to play. But again, I'm getting off topic here. So everything Gearbox is pretty much made, I buy. I mean, the exception to that is Duke Nukem. I mean, I did grow up and I did play Duke Nukem while I was growing up. It's not something I grew up on, but it was something that I played in my childhood and enjoyed it and thought it was funny. But now, when they released the new one, I was older and it just wasn't as, I just don't enjoy that kind of humor anymore as I've grown older. But I did. Duke Nukem, and it was a good game. It was all right. It wasn't something I was like, oh man, I have to play this. This is so awesome. This is such a great game. But Borderlands, that Borderlands series has grabbed that on me. I mean, the humor, the dialogue and story in Borderlands is just so funny. Just so. Anyways, I buy a lot of. I pretty much buy whatever Gearbox does, and this new IP is definitely throwing out some interest. It's my type of multiplayer that I would want to play with the FPS and RPG aspect, and finding out that it's a MOBA, I'm kind of interested in getting more into the MOBA field of games. I have tried playing League of Legends. Like I said, the user base is kind of keeps me away from it. Every time when I think about playing League of Legends, it's like, no, I don't feel like getting yelled at today, so I just won't play it. So and that's what's so awesome about this game, is just that it's so unique, and I really enjoy Gearbox the way they've done this. I mean, there've been other games that marry other game types together, but I don't think there's been anything more unique than Gearbox's FPS and RPG marriage together. It's definitely started something new. I mean, we're seeing it in Destiny. They're coming out with an RPG FPS as well, and it looks like it could be, on the same pace as Borderlands, but the Battleborn though is something. They're going even farther with. They're like, well, let's not just stop at the FPS RPG. Let's do FPS MOBAs, and it's just like, all right. I'm on this train. I enjoy my FPSs, and I enjoy the MOBA, the idea of the MOBA. I just don't play a lot of it. I really wish I do, because again, it's a great style of games. So um, they're it's kind of interesting when you see these marriage of games and you're just like not sure if they're going to work. Like for example, there's that rock and roll game that came out with Jack Black, where I can't remember the name of it, but then there was Starhawk as well, where they're third-person RTS type games. You know, you build your army or your defenses, and your character is you know, your attacker and stuff like that. And the rock game with Jack Black also did the same thing. I don't know why I can't remember the name of that game. Probably because I didn't really enjoy it. I'm not a big RTS fan, but so when I played that game, I just wasn't that into it. But so it's kind of interesting to see if Battleborn is going to work, becoming an FPS into a MOBA. It seems like the idea would work. There is another MOBA out there that is a third-person MOBA, and it takes place. It has gods as their characters. I mean, there's like Zeus and Poseidon and you know, just all sorts of different gods. I'm not sure if it just pertains to Greek gods, but there's all sorts of different gods in a MOBA, and it's interesting to see all these different game types becoming married to other game types, and it gives it new breath, a breath of fresh air or a new life to the industry, or not just the industry, but the games as well. Dealing with MOBAs and stuff like that, FPSs, it gives them new breath of life. It makes them exciting again. And so, like, if you're tired of playing, you know, just MOBAs, and then you want to try something else, I mean, stick with the MOBA and go to Battleborn for the first-person shooter aspect. So then you like still know the idea of the game. You're just getting it from a different perspective, and I think that's really cool. I'm really excited for Battleborn. I'm really excited for Gearbox. This is going to be on the next generation consoles, or the I don't even know why we call them next generation. We call them this generation consoles, I guess. Now, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Don't believe Wii U has it. I'm assuming they're not going to get it since they haven't gotten any of the Borderlands games. So I'm pretty sure it's just going to stick with PC, Wii U. I'm sorry, PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So for it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Gearbox. Let me know what you guys think about MOBAs. What do you think about Battleborn? What do you think about Borderlands? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you could also, I would appreciate it if you would like the video. It's the big thumbs up right below the screen in the bottom right corner when you're looking at it. The bottom right corner of the screen, if you look below, there's a thumbs up. If you could hit that for me. Subscribe to the channel. I'm doing videos. I'm trying to get videos, 2 videos out every day, roughly between 12 to 15 minutes long, with these fun little conversations or topics. Share with your friends. If you share with your friends, you know, and then you guys can, like, you know, interpret the video, and then, you know, talk about it, you know, give you guys something to talk about. You can even talk about it on the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, MajorPain2587. I'm not a big Twitter poster outside of the links to my new fresh videos, or my newly put up videos. I post maybe 14 times a week, which is about roughly 2 times a day. It's really hard for me to get something, you know, witty out in 140 characters or less, or, you know, have something interesting come out in 140 characters or less. So I don't really talk too much on Twitter, so I won't flood your Twitter page. You can also invite me to your PSN friends list, MajorPain2587. I enjoy playing games with other people, especially when Destiny comes out. I'm going to be looking for some people to play with. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be back for another video tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.